When we make a purchase or get what we want, we are temporarily fulfilled and happy. But the reason for happiness is not because we got what we wanted, but it's because for a brief second in time, we were able to stop wanting and experience peace and happiness. This quote was stated by an American-born spiritual leader, and he offers a theory as to why buying things only offers temporary happiness. This is my goal throughout my speech today. I want to convince my audience that money cannot buy happiness, and I want to explain why this theory is true. As college students, I know we have to worry about money in many different situations. We have to worry about how we're paying for school. We have to worry about paying for groceries if you live on campus. We have to worry about paying rent. We have to worry about buying all of those things. And I know I can speak from experience from having to purchase all those. But can money really buy our happiness? According to a Harvard Business Review, new research suggests that prioritizing money over time can actually undermine our happiness. Money is obviously very important within our lives because it pays for all of our needs. It pays for our gas, our groceries, it pays for our rent, and it helps pay our bills. You need money for all of these things. These are the basic needs in life, and we need money for these. But over time, money can only do so much for a person, and eventually it will just wither away. Money cannot fulfill a person's life. Money can certainly be helpful in order to afford wants in life, and these wants are a luxury because I know for me, when I get my paycheck, it's very exciting because you're like, well, I can go buy this, and what are we going to spend this month and all that, but that's not the source of my happiness. My paycheck is not where my happiness is coming from. Money might also make life a little bit easier and might make things a little bit more doable for a family if you have more money, if you're making more money, but it will not fulfill a person's life, will not make that person happy. As claimed by Merriam-Webster Dictionary, the definition of money is something such as coins or bills that pays for goods, services, or can be a way to pay someone for the work, like a paycheck. Anywhere in this definition does it say that the definition of money is to fulfill someone's life, is to buy someone's happiness. It is used to buy those needs that I stated in the beginning. It's going to be our groceries, it's going to be our rent, and it's paying our bills. It's not related to buying our happiness. I got the definition of happiness from not the dictionary. I got it from a website called verywellmind.com, and I did this because the dictionary definition was very just kind of really short and simple, and I liked this one a little bit more. I think it goes into a little bit more detail. So from verywellmind.com, the definition of happiness is an emotional state characterized by joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. Same with the money definition. Anywhere in the happiness definition does it state that money is a source of happiness. It's joy, satisfaction, contentment, and fulfillment. And for some people, having money might be fulfilling, but it's not the source of someone's happiness. It's not what the happiness definition is. I also pulled some more important facts from verywellmind.com because I felt like it was very much related to the discussion today. So 4 things how to know if you're happy. Number 1, you feel like the conditions of your life are good. Number 2, you're feeling satisfied with your life. You're feeling accomplished, and you feel like the goals that you set in your life, you're accomplishing those goals and you're doing well for yourself. And then the last one is feeling more positive things than negative things. And I also have a pie chart right here that I want to share. So what determines happiness? So the largest one is determined by genetics. And I would like you guys to take a look at this because anywhere in this pie chart does not state none of these 3 things are money. What determines our happiness? If money was a large determinant of our happiness, then there would be a slice in here, but there's not. And I think that's very important because happiness comes, I feel like, from within. It's from relationships. It's like doing well in life and doing well for yourself. It's not because of money, and I think that's very important. So, yes. Also, another important point is people will always continue to want. It is a natural human being thing to be greedy, but people think that when they make more money that they can buy the best, most expensive things. And this is true because with the more money you are able to buy the more expensive car, you are able to buy the more expensive things, and that is true, but Happiness does not come with a purchase of expensive things, because people will continue to want and want and want more until they have it all, and then are they going to be happy? Probably not. People will never be satisfied. No matter how much money that you have, you buy the nicest things, you're not going to be satisfied. I also found many different sites that stated that there is a correlation between money and happiness, and for most people, there probably is. But I found a blog by Jacob Schroeder, and this is his personal experience explaining the relationship between these two things, money and happiness. His site asks this question: is it fair to say that money is a contributing factor to happiness? And I would probably say that that could be true. That's a fair question to ask. But it all goes back to money can be helpful. It can contribute to those things that might make you happy, but it is not the source. It is not where your happiness is literally coming from. His blog also kind of twists the question a little bit and asks it in like a little bit of a different way. So, how important is the pursuit and accumulation of money to living a happy life? And I think that is something that you personally have to ask yourself. So I think I like the way that they worded that question. Also from the blog, they had a study. It's called the Wharton study. And this study they asked 33,000 participants, how they felt day to day and how satisfied they were in life overall. It studied both experience, which is emotional in the moment happiness, and evaluative, which is overall life satisfaction in relation to income. The results were, I will say, I was a little shocked, but the results were people tend to be happier when they have more money. And I think this goes back that the question he asked, like money helps to create the conditions for being happy, possibly. So I think that's important. But the study also bluntly stated that money is far from the primary factor when it comes to happiness. And I have a line graph I want to share. So the orange line is happiness and the tan one is income. So the orange line is continuing to go down. Eventually, it's kind of jagged and you see it's going down, but the income is continuing to go up. If there was a correlation between happiness and money, these things would be going in the same direction. They'd be going up in the same direction in the same line, which that's not the case. I would like to conclude by sharing something that the lead researcher from the Wharton study stated in an interview. He said, although money might be good for happiness, I found that people who equated money and success were less happy than those who didn't. I also found that people who earned more money worked longer hours and they felt more pressed for time. So that's important, because would you rather be living a life, where you're making the money but you're just unhappy? I know it can be hard because money's important, and I know that, or living a life where you might have a little bit less money, but you're content and you have a fulfilled life. Money is important, but it is not the secret to happiness. I think it all comes back to that no amount of money can truly make someone happy. People will continue to want and want more, and I think that's very important. They stated in the blog that people are happier because they feel like they have more control over their life with the money and that they're better protected from hardships. Money can be very helpful in life, but in conclusion, it's not the source of happiness. So I hope from today you guys took my main point and that you guys can believe that happiness cannot be bought with money. Thank you.